This is Josh Bradley with Capital City Financial, and our Ask the Advisor series this week is a continuation of our college funding series. And this one's topic is pretty much kind of just managing costs in general and kind of tying all this stuff together. So the first thing I always tell people, and I've been saying this for a while, but it's so much more important today, is that college decisions and picking your college and degrees should be pretty much purely a business decision. A lot of times kids want to go to a certain college or have this feel for something, and really the first thing you should be doing is not the location, it's figuring out what kind of degree you want, analyzing the costs, and then the benefits that that university provides. And if the costs outweigh the benefits, you should probably consider something else. So once again, college decisions is purely a business decision. Don't let emotions dictate this. So once we get past that, the first step is kind of analyze your situation. You know, we've gone through the savings, we've gone through aid and all its different things, but now it's time. You've chosen your college. You should be able to get a packet that puts together all the costs. This will be tuition, room and board, food, transportation. And most of these colleges send this information out to you so that you begin to plan for that. So that's the first step to understand how much it's going to cost. The second is definitely assessing your financial situation. So hopefully you got some loans or some aid or scholarships that we've talked about previously, and then you know what else is out there. When you look at the costs, this is where you got to understand what you're getting yourself into and making sure that you're not biting off too much of an expense. Going back to that business decision that we talked about, carrying so much debt, is it going to be financially feasible for you to pay off those loans if you accomplish your desired result, which is graduation and hopefully getting a good job? The third is to eat into those costs in that budget is we want to maximize our aid. So revert back to our another video about how to maximize your aid, your grants and scholarships there. But we'd rather somebody else pay for as much of this college as possible, including 529 plans and savings accounts. The fourth is looking at cost savings. And this can be a little misleading. A lot of people don't go to a certain college or apply to a certain college because of maybe the cost of sticker shock. I would say still apply to multiple colleges, because a lot of private, especially colleges, they might have a higher ticket price, but then they offer some substantial aid or scholarships that maybe some public institutions don't. Other cost savings would be maximizing your time in high school. I know a lot of high schools are offering a ton of college grade classes, so it's really an opportunity to rack up a lot of hours to cut back on how many classes you'll have to take in college. And typically these college courses in high school are free, where most in college are going to run you thousands of dollars there. The other options around cost savings could be a lot of what they call bridge programs, where you start at a technical college. In the state of South Carolina, a lot of these technical colleges you can go into for free, get a year or 2 years worth of courses for virtually free, and then transition into that university or college that you really wanted to go. So a lot of strategies about really eating into those costs. The fifth thing is about just guidance. This is a lot of stuff to put together, connecting your budget, your assets, your loans, your scholarships, picking the right college, figuring out how much you could earn from a particular college and whether you can pay off these loans. And this is usually where I encourage people to seek out advice and guidance, especially around, one, the aid portion, but also the financial portion of how to pay for it. So if you work with a financial advisor and they specialize in college savings, definitely have this conversation, because these costs can really rack up, and any savings now or today is going to have a big impact over the future, because most kids end up having to pay on these loans for 5, 10, sometimes 20, 30 years after college, and we want to make sure that we can avoid that if possible.